everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Bradford's Vikings. With that, we'll send you up to Minneapolis with our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. They come out here in the eye. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends. In the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL, because in college he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so, because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, the bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. Baldwin with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
When I see Sharif Floyd hit the field, I think of all the potential he has, and it's a lot of fun watching that come to the surface.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Rawls uses the stiff arm, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that. because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
In motion left, Curse. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. On third down, Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket and bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Second down, Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. 23 yards on the play.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. A first down throw for Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Left side caught by Diggs. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Bradford now from the 50. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back, admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go again with Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Now it's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return it. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was. And when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November. I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Now Bradford on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. On play action, Bradford. And he's able to find Diggs. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Bradford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got this. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Wilson going to give the Rawls. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with force, another timeout called by the Vikings now. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They run again with Peterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third down and 4. Bradford from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 4th down. A pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Following the interception, Bradford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They come out here in the eye. Play clock winding down. Now Bradford. And Rudolph has it left side. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd down, Bradford. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. A strong running. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he lost the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Peterson alone in the backfield. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First down, Bradford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. In the slot on the right is Graham. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 5. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Peterson alone in the backfield. 3rd and short yardage. Bradford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And quickly, they get to the line. 1st down, this is Rawls. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from second to third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. There's Wilson to throw, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now? And
now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Play action now, Bradford. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Here's Bradford. Screen play, McKinnon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon from 19 yards away. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know, they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.